video and audio.
So like VR or no?
I don't even know what
I
they're gonna
love virtual reality. I'm so obsessed with it.
It's some cool stuff. They've got some great stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just going to take the video, and I told them they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Unless if you want to be in it.
So your character this season has taken a bit like of a journey from wanting to be kill, kill, kill to restraining herself, especially when the episode where you were tasked to kill Stein. What has it been like playing that level of, restraint and kind of reining it in and just...
I think it's interesting because we'll go from like being like, I don't want to kill, we're not murder, and then we'll like just go and like kill a bunch of people still. I think it's kind of like Arrow, in the beginning was just like killing everyone, and then it was like, wait, maybe we shouldn't do that. And I think we're still kind of in our first season where a lot of people are dying, like that happens, superhero deaths. But I think she's kind of getting better at it. At least now it's a choice. Like before for her it was like, oh shoot, I just murdered somebody and like didn't know that I was doing that. And now she has the decision of like, I'm gonna kill you or not.
We've known Sarah for quite a while now. We've seen her at her most naive and her most cynical. So where do you think she is now, and do you think she's closer to achieving balance?
Yes, I think so. I think after she died and it was kind of like just everything went wrong. Like everything, like your life was just, and at this point it's kind of like, well, like what can you do? So there's a little bit more acceptance coming, which I think is the biggest thing for her is she's never like accepted herself and what she has done and who she is and regretted like kind of her whole past. And I think now she's kind of coming to a point more where I think one day maybe she'll look back and be like, you know what, like I'm glad all of this happened to me because then I was able to do this. And she's not quite there yet. I still think, she wishes that she didn't have this whole path of superhero, like whatever, and was just like a normal person. But hopefully she can get to the point where, and I think if she did some like really good things, that she'd be like, all right, like I'm glad that all those terrible things happened to me because now I was able to do this. So she's getting there, definitely. And just having a little bit more humor and levity in life, I feel like makes everything better.
So there was an episode where you're reunited with Oliver in the episode 2046.
Yeah.
How fun was that playing? Like seeing another Arrow and then thinking that Oliver was dead. That was kind of like a...
Well, I love doing scenes with Steven. We've always had like such good chemistry for stuff. Like it's really fun to play off of each other. So to get to do stuff together again was fun. And like to see him as like an old man. It was funny. There was one like I was bummed that they didn't take it. One of the takes are like she's saying goodbye or whatever, and she's like hugging him, she's looking at him, and she's just like, "You're so old," like. But they didn't use that. But it was funny because I really like. It was funny just looking at him, and you're like, "Wow." And
they aged him very well, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he still looked good. I was like, yeah, that's like movie 65. Like, where's the belly? Where's like super fit? Like,
Speaking of fit, but working out and doing all of the fighting, you do a lot of your own stunts, I assume. Were you always into doing like the fighting? Like, did you study before you started?
I did, yeah.
You look like you know what you've been doing for a while.
Yeah, I studied, well, I was a dancer my whole life, and then I started getting into martial arts when, I don't know, I guess I was like 18, and I was thinking about doing stunts before I started acting. And then I started acting, and I fell in love with that, so I started doing my own stunts. And, yeah, I train a lot. I like doing, that's like my fitness too. I don't really go to the gym, I like just go and fight and stuff.
Well, we do a lot of that on the show, so. But it looks very natural. That's why I think it's done.
What's the hardest stunt you've done on either Arrow or Legends?
Legends I do mostly fighting. There's not many stunts for it, which is fun. Arrow, there was more like, some of the like water stuff was crazy. Like it was really fun. But there was one like where I was drowning in the ocean, and I remember we were doing that, and it's like a giant pool that you're in, and they like make a wave machine. So there's these big waves, and then it's raining, and then it's like fake, you know, like lightning thunder, and you have to look like you're drowning. So you're like doing that, but then a wave would come, so you're like just swallowing. Like then I really started drowning, like almost. And they had like a water safety guy who had to like swim under and like hold me up because he was just like I was just like swallowing water, trying to look like I was drowning, like and then
Very
drowning.
convincing.
Yeah. I was actually dying in that.
So what can we see with character development with you and Snart's character? Seems like you get in a little cozy since you almost froze to death.
Yeah, I think there is something there between them. I think Sarah's kind of like I think she likes the attention too, like from him, and 'cause he's always like just kind of, you know, subtly, and I think she's like, calm down, but then she's really like, all right, like, well, we'll see, you know, there's maybe like a little something, but I like that it's not something, you know what I mean, too, that they're not like, okay, like they're not somebody who be like, you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, like, it's not them either, so it's just kind of like a little attraction.
It's not obvious, you know, it's just the subtlety. But the way Wentworth Miller plays his character, it's just so like, does he like her? Does he not like her? Like I don't even know yet. But I think maybe, do you think maybe that relationship that he's building with you, that's burgeoning right now, maybe caused the rift between him and Rory?
I never thought of that. I don't think so. I'm not like Yoko, you know. I think that maybe if it became an actual relationship, then it could have, but...
Meaning that his, unknown feelings for you now maybe has swayed him mentally to kind of side with...
Maybe because he's like maybe I don't want to be such a piece of poo criminal. And he's like, maybe I should be like kind of legit, and that's creating it. But I think that's his own journey. Whether that Sarah is a factor in that, like hope so, that would be cool. But that's really, I think, his character. A lot of different factors of like, maybe I want more, maybe I can do more.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.